As of this recording, October 2nd, Blizzard has released patch notes that may have turned Freya into the most broken character in Overwatch Stadium. In this video, we're going to go over what Blizzard did to make Freya so broken, as well as a build that will absolutely break Stadium. We're going to keep this intro short and sweet, so buckle up, Buttercup, grab a snack, subscribe, and let's bounce on it crazy style. Okay, so in the developer comments, Blizzard mentioned that Freya's win rate was low across the whole board, and their focus for this update was to lower her burst damage but increase her consistent damage over time. Now there's two powers that got massive buffs. The first one is Deep Pockets. Now, when you use a dash, you restore 40% of your max ammo. The second power is Seismic Shot, which makes the explosion radius of your take-aim bolt 50% larger and 100% larger if you stick it to a target. Now before we get into the gameplay, did Blizzard cook or are they cooked? Let me know in the comments below.
Round 1.
Alright, for round 1, you're going to take Seismic Shot as your first power. You might be tempted to take Deep Pockets first, but it's burst damage that's ultimately going to get you the kills in the early game, which can lead to more Stadium cash. My favorite green perks are going to be Compensator, Weapon Grease, and Armored Vest. And if you're confident in your ability to play this character, then I would recommend swapping out Armored Vests for Heartbeat Sensor.
Round 2.
In the mid game for your blues, you're going to try and get everything that has weapon damage. My personal favorites are Talon Modification Module, Icy Coolant, and Slipstream Scarf. With these three blues, you should be around 30 to 35% weapon damage. Additionally, Slipstream Scarf will give you 25% more quick dash distance, which is a great disengage and an amazing counter to dive. So after Seismic Shot, the second power you want to pick up is Seeker Point. When you hit a take-aim bolt, it will shoot 3 additional shots at reduced damage. Think of it as just extra damage on top of your take-aim bolt. It works really well close range, not as well long range, but we love using it as a tool to get people out of our face.
Final round.
In the late game, your third power you're going to pick up is Deep Pockets. We already talked about its buff before, but that 40% max ammo on any ability will really come into action now that we're scaling our damage like a lot. In the late game, the two must-pick perks you are going to absolutely buy every single time is going to be Hard Light Accelerator and Eye of the Spider. Next, if you have room for more purples, I would buy the Closer if you're really rolling in the dough. But if not, Elsaka Suppressor or Codebreaker are both very viable purples. Overall, this build is very simple. Blizzard buffed these powers to stop burst damage and to promote consistent damage over time. Unfortunately, if you're one of my subscribers, you indeed have that dog in you, which is why we will be going for exclusively burst damage. And because we naturally have so much consistent damage over time, this is going to make our build feel very well-rounded. This build should do you justice, but if you haven't picked up the character before and you're curious about the playstyle, I'll break it down for you in a very simple way. Try playing this in a very pokey playstyle. Sit in the back and take as much pressure off the tank as possible, dealing raw damage. This build will melt tanks, it'll melt shields, and it'll punish all enemies when your bullets break through the front line. Because Blizzard has blessed us with much more consistent damage over time, we are going to play this character by applying constant pressure. Freya's damage is like a weight, and although you might not be a human highlight reel, it is only a matter of time until the opposition gets crushed under your pressure. Some easy tips for you guys that want to pick up this character is don't be afraid to take a second or two to aim your take-aim ability. Also, your primary fire projectiles are really slow, so try and use them more broadly to pressure congested spaces, and don't expect to land every single shot. Kind of like how you'd play Junkrat, sometimes there's a value in throwing one bomb in a hallway full of 5 people, than tracking an isolated target in an open space. Let me know what you guys think about this build in the comments below. Also, I will be starting episode 2 of Emoji Watch Stadium sooner than later, so I will challenge you one more time to give me an Overwatch Stadium build in the comments, but only using emojis. I already have 2 builds on lock, so the emoji build that gets the most likes will be featured in my next episode. That is just about all I got for you guys today. I wanted to make a simple guide as fast as possible to showcase to you one of the most high skill ceiling characters in the game, becoming more accessible to everyone. If you enjoyed the video, do me a fave, hit that subscribe button, give me some love, and with that being said, love yourself, do something nice for someone else. Give your mom a hug. Stay hydrated. And until we bounce on it crazy style again, I will see you on the next one. Toodles!